I got my guy SNF.JT here with me. What's good, my guy?
What's good, my boy?
Yo, how you feeling today, man? How you holding up amidst everything going on in the world right now?
I'm chilling, you know what I'm saying? Staying positive, staying in the studio, you know what I'm saying? Same everyday stuff, you know what I'm saying, that I was already doing before. Ain't nothing different for me, you know what I'm saying?
Right, big work and big work. You've been working real hard this last year. We're gonna get into all the music and the labels and the partnerships and everything that you've done. But I want you
Yeah.
to give the people, like give me a little history about yourself and how you got into music and how this whole journey for you started.
All right, so if I had to give a timeline or whatever, like how I got into music, well, first of all, like I'm from Gary, Indiana, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Uh, I lived there 20, all but like 2 years of my life, 2 or 3 years of my life. Um, you feel me? I went to college for like a year and a half. When I came back, that's when I started doing music. So I never really had no connections to music. I wasn't already doing music. The most connection I had to music was like growing up in church, and then like I was the nigga at lunch that used to like rap. But it wasn't like rapping for real. It was like rapping on
Oh,
some
you was
funny
the
shit.
dude at the lunch table that was banging on the on the
Yeah,
on the
yeah, yeah,
hardwood
yeah, yeah.
lunch. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
I was one of them niggas. So other than that, I never really had no connection to music. I grew up in church, and you feel me, just you feel me, rapping for fun.
Yeah.
But like I used to play basketball. So after I like the year that I stopped going to school, I dropped out of school, whatever. That's when I like right before I went back to school, that's when I kind of started playing around with the music stuff. I was recording myself. I had downloaded loaded Logic on my computer, and I was just kind of messing around with it, recording music. But I ain't dropping it until probably like a full year after that. In 2019. Yeah. Nah, I got that backwards in 2020. I
Right.
started in 2019 and yeah, I did that in 2020. So um yeah, I never really had no connection to music. It was just something I started doing as a hobby. And as I kept doing it, it was something I really like fucked with.
Right. So you only really been taking it seriously for like a year.
Yeah, I've been taking it serious like a year and a half now.
Cause like I'm even like looking at the singles on the different DSPs that you got. Everything kind of started in 2020, which is
Yeah,
also very extremely impressive considering how fast you've grown as like an artist. With your following and with your connections in the industry. So
right.
and obviously you signed with Murder Inc. Right, and that
Yeah.
was something that I found so amazing about the story. How did you link up with Irv Gotti, and how did this whole thing come around? Because I know Murder Inc. has been getting back on their shit, and they've been signing people, getting a lot of young new talent, a lot of young dope new talent. How did this whole kind of come about?
So like one day, like April 25th last year, my friend, I went to high school with, who I knew from high school.
Mm-hmm.
She had texted me like, yo, like a producer might hit you up on Instagram. I'm just letting you know it's legit. So she was just kind of letting me know ahead of time. But I seen that when I first woke up. So that was the first thing I saw. Then I went to my Instagram, you know what I'm saying? It was there from like probably like a couple hours before that. And it was Gotti telling me like, yo, you feel me? Hit me up. I want to talk to you, whatever. So I DM'd him, and then like, bro, I always say like, before I could send the message, like send him my number, he was already calling me. Like, you feel me? Like, so he was like on it, you feel me? So he called me, and then we just kind of chopped it up. I told him I was in Atlanta. He was in LA at the time. I told him I was in Atlanta. He was like, go to the crib and record, you feel me? Just record a song or two. So I ended up going to the crib. And like, I think I recorded like 5 or 6 songs. And then like, as he's sending him the songs, like, he asked him like, how's he doing this? Is he writing, or did he already have the songs ready or whatever? And he's like, no, they just picking the beats and he's just going to the booth and doing it. So I guess off of that, he like, I got to meet this dude. So he flew out the next day, and then we really put the album together that week.
And that's it. The rest was history. You got signed and all that.
Yeah, yeah,
How does
like
it
that.
how does it feel to be on the Murder Inc. Label? Because with such a rich history, and obviously I know Gotti and Ja have been like plotting on the big return, and signing the young talent like yourself. How's it feel to, I guess, carry on or be one of the young people carrying on that legacy of Murder Inc.? Do you feel like a weight on your shoulders a little bit?
Nah, like it's cool. Like to me, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like most niggas, like they get, like most people, like you'll get signed or whatever. Like you don't get signed to a label or whatever. Like you signed to an artist or something like that. it's not usually somebody that's like that legendary. You feel me? Like he pretty much gonna go down as a legend. Like regardless of what you want to call it,
Facts.
what you want to say about it, he pretty much gonna go down as a legend. If he don't do nothing else from now, you know what I'm saying? So off rip, it was kind of like, I don't know. I'm like kind of nonchalant. I ain't nonchalant, but like I don't like to get excited about shit because then you be getting disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
But like you feel me? It's cool. Like I think it's like it's gonna make me go harder because it's like I can't be the reason that you feel me? Everybody looking at him like he flopped.
Right.
So it's cool. Like I feel like I don't feel pressure, but I feel like it keep me going tight. Cause like imagine like, all right, so Murder Inc. fell off or whatever, right?
Mm.
JT coming to the game and Murder Inc.'s that the shit again. You feel me? Like now I'm probably damn near a legend. Just off of that. You bring a whole label back, just off of that, you feel me? I'm pretty much stamped.
Right.
So I like the you feel me? Like
you like the little bit of pressure that's on your shoulders.
Yeah, like
it's making you want to go harder.
It's like a challenge. Yeah.
I love that. I love how your outlook on it, because some people might be like, yeah, man, like it's crazy, but I'm blessed to be here. But you're like, yeah, but if I'm the one that really brings it back, then then I go down a legend too. Like you're ready for it.
Yeah. That's how I look at everything.
What has been like, I guess, some of the best advice that Irv or Ja or whoever you've spoken to with the label have given you? Like, what's the best I guess the advice from the OGs that you've gotten?
Probably like it ain't even music related. It just be like when you out and about, like when stuff really gets moving and you JT, like it ain't no being nobody else. People only see you as JT. It was like, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta know how to react in situations. Cause like, I'll be on some bullshit sometimes. And like they was telling me based off like their experiences, like you can't always be on bullshit. Like
right.
Even it ain't about looking like a bitch or looking like, you feel me, looking like this, looking like that, trying to be the hardest nigga in the room, which I ain't never trying to be the hardest nigga in the room. But you know what I'm saying? They was saying like it's not about that. Like now it's like you got your family on your shoulders, you got your niggas on your shoulders, you got your city on your shoulders. It ain't just about you no more.
Right. You gotta be smart about how the way you move now.
Yeah, so that's probably the realest shit I got from them. Like some shit you gotta walk away from, and you feel me? Just let them think what they think. If they feel like you a bitch, just let them, you feel me? Let them feel that way.
Right.
That's the real shit I heard them say. Cause yeah.
And to be teaming up with Epic Records for your distribution too, I feel like the domino pieces are really falling into place for you, which is awesome. How's that feel? You know what I'm saying, to have like the support of both Murder Inc. and Epic Records.
Yeah, like where I'm from, like I said, I'm from Gary, Indiana. I don't even know if you know much about Gary, Indiana, other than Michael Jackson. But like, bro, don't nobody like. I don't even want to say nobody get signed. Don't nobody really like do nothing from my city. But like lately, like past couple of years, like everybody kind of around my age, like we got a couple niggas. Like we got a nigga in the NBA, a couple niggas in the NBA maybe. Another nigga probably about to go to the NBA, shit like that. Like we starting to get some more recognition. But like as far as like you was hooping, it was hard to get recruited in high school. Right. You was playing football, like all that type of shit. We don't get no recognition. So for me to even be, if I wouldn't have got the Sony distribution deal, if I would just got, you feel me, just the Murder Inc., like that was crazy in its own right. And then you feel me, the Sony deal. The crazy thing about that is, for me, is like for people to not get signed where I'm from, and then I signed to the same label that the only other person from my city that really made it signed to. Like that's to me, that's like,
that's tight.
Yeah, you know, that ain't coincidental.
Right.
I don't believe in too many coincidences. You know what I'm saying? Everything happened for a reason.
Man, and I'm so excited. You got this. You put out a ton of music in 2020, right? You even had like this little like 3-piece joint with No Strings Attached. And obviously, your last single that you dropped was On Me with Rikki. Yeah. When it comes to, well, talk to me about this, the On Me with Rikki, because this record is like, I feel like really taking off. Like I seen a few of your joints premiere on World Star.
Like, it's starting to really move. Like, yeah. But that song, that was one of the songs. That was one of them 5 songs I recorded that first night. I made that song I made that song like 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
And it's doing what it's doing now.
Yeah, like we always felt like it needed something. So as soon as he flew in and heard it in the studio, he was like, "Oh, we just need like a female on it to make it real radio-y." Because like before we put Rikki on it, it was still like a radio vibe, but it wasn't as, you feel me, like pop. Like I don't know.
As mainstream, it wasn't as mainstream as it probably needs to be.
It wasn't as mainstream as it is now. As soon as we put that on it, that was all it needed.
Right.
So Yeah, that was one of them songs I recorded that first night. That's really all it is. Like how I said, it's as simple as me going to the house recording. He flew out the next day. We made the album. It's like that. Like that was just one of those songs. I didn't really think much of it, but I just record like for what the beat is telling me. You feel me? Should be there. I don't really like going to a song trying to like rap about this or rap about that.
Right. And I also really like the No Peace joint that you dropped back in, I think it was June. It was right after, it was in the midst of the protests and whatnot. And the imagery you used for the record was so powerful because it was the guy holding the upside down American flag with the store burning in the background, and I think No Peace was crossed out on it. With that record, what was your state when you were recording that? Were you like where were you at and where were you at mentally?
That song was not about the protests.
Really?
Somebody else called me that had the song, you feel me, like in they notes or whatever, like somebody that's close to me, and was like, bro, you need to drop this song because like you damn near talking about what's going on right now. So I went to Gotti, told him, you feel me? I'm like, yeah, you're right. And then we dropped it. So like it was just one of those things where I always tell people, like, I feel like the reason people felt my music even before like I signed the deal and stuff, I feel like the reason people was able to connect with my music was because like the passion and the emotion I put into the lyrics and the delivery. It's not always like what I'm saying, but they can, if they can't feel what I'm saying, they can feel, you feel me, how I'm saying it.
Right.
So people may not, it was like one of them things where people taking that and applying it to something else. And I feel like people always did that with my music. They'll take something and apply it to this, take this and apply it to that. I may be talking about my homie that I lost, you feel me, back at home, and they may be talking about their grandparent that they lost or something, or maybe not even a person that they lost, just something that they lost. You know what I mean?
Right. So with this, you just applied
This was
that
one of
the
them.
record to the
Yeah, this was one of
situation.
them where it kind of applied to a bunch of different things, and it was like perfect for the moment. It wasn't like, and I was comfortable in doing it because I don't even like biting off stuff like that, because then people try to say you're trying to profit off of it. And
of course,
I was like, okay, I'm cool with that because I know I didn't make that song. I made the song before all
right.
that
You
happened.
were already secure with where you were
Yeah,
with the record. You were like, I'm
exactly.
not
So I
doing
was
this
like,
because of this. I've had this record already.
exactly. You feel me? So yeah.
So with that, this new single On Me, it definitely feels like the beginning of what's going to be your album rollout. And I know that you're working on your debut project, right? Your full debut album. What can you tell me about that? The title, whatever, whatever you're working on when it comes to that.
The album gonna be called I Ain't Even Made It Yet, just because of my like I guess you could say how like suddenly I kind of just popped up in the music industry or whatever. I ain't made it yet. Like I'm here, but I ain't here. Like I ain't done what I came here to do. So that's the idea behind that. And like also like saying like I'm still like the same person that I was before I did this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's gonna be titled I Ain't Even Made It Yet. And a couple features, 2 or 3. We still working on one. And that should be coming in the first quarter of the year. Maybe, you feel me, right before March or something, right before spring.
Right.
Yeah, the album is definitely like a different. It's gonna show you JT. It's gonna show you a lot of different people actually. You feel me? Like Gotti always say like I'm like 7 different people. So it's gonna show you who JT really is. Like I can do a lot of different things. It's not always, it don't always feel like hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Why does Gotti feel like you're 7 different people?
He think I'm sick in the head. But because like I have a lot of different styles of like, you feel me, music. Not even music, like he'll say like I'll in the first verse I'll be one person, second verse I'll be a whole different person. Just like the way it feels. Sometimes I'll pull a different flow out my ass, like, you know what I'm saying, whatever.
Got you. And you also got a new single coming out sometime in mid-February. What can you tell me about that?
I feel like personally, well, Gotti probably feel that way too, that song coming off the back of On Me, if On Me, you feel me, keeps picking up steam like it's picking up, coming off the back of On Me can be bigger, you feel me, like, than On Me. It can end up being my biggest song.
Is this record just you, or is it you and somebody else?
It's just me. All right, so look, it's like this. It's just me, right? But we sampled a song we sampled a song, right? And it's not like, it's not like a sample that you would expect a rapper to sample. It's a rock song.
Oh, okay. I like that.
I don't want to say too much. It's a rock song, and
A classic rock song.
not necessarily.
Okay.
It's one that people know though. It's definitely it's a huge rock
It's a
song.
big song. It might not be a classic, but people know it.
Yeah, like it ain't Crazy Train or no shit like that. I think that's what they call the Ozzy Osbourne shit. It ain't no shit like that. But it's from a big band, and they might do the remix. So it's like, it's just me, but if they do the remix, then
that'd be hard. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. So that's why I say that song can be bigger than
this.
Because it can reach a lot of different people. It might rip their fans up just because it sounds just like the beat almost sounds just like their song, except we put a hip hop twist on it, like a rap.
That's kind of hard when you mess with those different genres. Is it difficult for you, or were you comfortable in that pocket because of you being 7 different people according to Gotti?
No, I'll be with whatever. Like I got a song on the album that when my producer, I made it before I met Gotti. When my producer sent me the beat, it's like dance hall. Okay. I'm like, bro, I'm not doing that shit. He was like, bro, I'm telling you, this is gonna be a big song, this, then the third. I ended up going to the studio that night, recording on it, and I fucked with the song. I was like, yo, this shit is hard. So it's like that song can be big too. That might end up picking a feature up on it, or you feel me, like remix, whichever one we can end up doing.
Right.
So yeah, like I don't know. I'm excited about the project though, and I don't get excited, but I'm excited. You know what I'm saying?
But I also see that you're like not trying to get yourself too excited at the same time.
Yeah, because that's how you get your feelings hurt.
Yeah, it's like you get really excited about something, you drop it, and then it might not be received in the picture perfect way that you played it out in your brain, and then it's just like even though it's doing well, you might still be like, fuck. Like this isn't what the perfect image of my release, but it's still doing very
that's
well.
Why I don't even be thinking about it too much. Like they be like, you got an interview with Power 105. Okay, I don't even want to think about who it's gonna be with. You know what I'm saying? None of that. Nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know. I don't like to get excited because I don't like when my feelings get hurt.
I feel you. I feel the same way. You know what I'm saying?
And I get hurt sometimes. I ain't gonna lie.
No, 100%. It's 100%. I guess it's in my relation to that. It'd be like when I get an interview and I'm really excited to put it out, right? And then I put it out and it might not get the views that I was hoping it would get. But then let's say there was an interview that I didn't like and I put it out and it gets like the views that I was like, oh shit, like that's what I thought the other one was gonna get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And things, and I've learned in life, never get your hopes up because you never know. You never really know what's gonna be the final outcome of things that you do. You know what I'm saying? Things aren't ever gonna work out exactly how you picture it in your mind.
Sometimes they work out better though. So if you don't think about it might be better.
No, sometimes they do. Sometimes they do.
Yeah. If you don't think about it might be better than if you know what I'm saying, was worked up about it.
Yeah, you just gotta let shit play out instead of thinking too much about it.
You just let it play out. I don't know. I just feel like if you don't think about it, whatever happens is gonna be, you know what I'm saying, satisfying.
Facts, because you didn't have any preconceived ideas or notions or expectations about it. It just happened and you went with it.
Exactly. I didn't have no type of premeditation about it.
Hey man, well, I'm excited for the project, and I hope that this project goes even better than you ever hoped. Before we check out, I appreciate you taking the time to talk with me today. Congratulations on everything. Congratulations on the epic records, the Murder Inc. Like all that shit is amazing. And it's only the beginning. It hasn't even been a year for you. So, it's only the beginning of a very successful career. Before I let you go, anything else that people got to know about, be on the lookout for? Anything else you want to plug in? Now's the time to do it.
Yeah, no, just be on the lookout for more music. To my knowledge, just some features about to drop. Not necessarily my songs, but you know what I'm saying, some features from some other artists that people should definitely tap in with. We just dropped a challenge, the On Me challenge, or whatever. Somebody started On Me challenge, so we until Wednesday, anybody that submit they On Me challenge, whatever, learn a little dance. You're not gonna catch me doing this shit, but you know what I'm saying. Anybody send it in, they gonna post them all, and then you feel me, best video get $250 or whatever on Wednesday.
Nice.
So you know what I'm saying. That's a little something we doing. To interact with the fans. other than that, you know what I'm saying? Follow me on Instagram, SNF.JT.
Boom.
Just be on the lookout for more good music and more good content.
Hey, there it is, man. Yo, make sure y'all go run up those streams on Me with Rikki, bro. Super dope joint out now. And
Facts.
all
And
the other,
Rikki album coming soon too. Rikki album coming soon. Rikki album is dope.
I'm excited. I gotta look more into her. I was introduced to her on this record, and I really like what she brought to the joint. So I definitely gotta go dive into
Rikki
her
album, dope.
into her music too, because she killed
Fuck
that
with it.
shit on your record.
Definitely.
Yo, well, I appreciate you, man. You already said let the be anything else, anywhere else they gotta follow you at. What's your Twitter?
My
Your
Twitter is
YouTube?
SNF.JT underscore.
Okay.
And then my YouTube should just be SNF.JT or yeah, SNF.JT. And then you know what I'm saying? Other than that, it's SNF.JT from the G. If you don't know about me, ask your hoe about me. Simple.
I love that. Yo, SNF.JT on the radar, baby. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, my boy.